Good morning, dear students. This is class 10 computer class. I hope you all are fine and safe. Today we will continue our chapter number 3 and we will discuss some more programs. Last day I discussed some questions and today again we will discuss some more programs. Conditional construct in Java. So today we will discuss some solved questions which are given in your book. These are also the board questions. Such type of questions can come in your board exam. So first question is, convert the following if construct into switch case. So which type of construct is this? You know that these all are conditional construct because in this chapter we are studying about the conditional construct only. So this is the if construct. So here one part of coding is given where we are using if else if where, here we are using where, a variable. This is a variable for the condition checking. Okay, so what we are checking here, if this variable value is equals to 1, if var equal to 1, system.out.println good. Else if var is equals to 2, kindly correct it in your book. It was written here only if var equal to, double equal to sign was given but value was not given, so just correct it. It will be here 2. Okay, and then close the bracket. Then it will print better. Else if, you know that if first condition we will give by if and second and next all the conditions we will give by else if. So next one is else if var equal to 3, then it will print best. So in this way we are comparing three conditions. First one if var is 1, second if var is 2, if var is 3. Okay, in all these different condition we have to print different outputs. And if your values are not 1 or 2 or 3, then in else part it has to print invalid. Okay, so here also you correct, because in else part also he has given the same message, same output as if var is equals to 3. So correct it here, it will be invalid. Okay, so these two corrections are given in your question. You will do it. So we have to convert this if else if construct into switch case. So in switch case, first of all we will write the switch, and by which variable, by using which variable we will compare, that variable we will write in the bracket, because which value we will store in the variable where, that value only we will use in the cases. Okay, so if we will put switch is equals to 1, because it is given here if var is 1. So case 1, in place of that we will write here in switch case construct, we will write here switch, then through which variable we will compare, that variable name, and then case 1, because we are comparing here which value, 1. So case 1, and same output we will write through system.out.println method, system.out.println good. Then break is very important. You know that in switch case, after each case, okay, each case will end with the statement break. Okay, now next case 2. 2 means this is not case 1, 2, 3, means 2 is the value which we will now store in var. Means if we will give the var equal to 2, in this case what happen? It will print better and then again break. Now case 3. Case 3 means when the value of var will 3, when we will input the value of var equal to 3, system.out.println best, then break. So in the same way what we were written here, that we can convert into switch case. And else part we will convert into default. Okay, if there is if your cases are not among from these given options, means from 1 or 2 or 3, then that message we will give through default. In default it is just like the else. So system.out.println, we will print the message invalid. Okay. So in this way we can convert from if else to switch case, or switch case to also if else also we can convert. Now next question, rewrite the following using ternary operator. I already explained you ternary operator. This is the alternative of if else. So now ternary operator coding is given and you have to convert, if else coding is given, you have to convert into ternary operator. So what is the coding? If bill is greater than 10,000, then discount will be bill into 10.0 by 100. Else means if this condition is false, then it will move to else part. And in else block, what is written? Discount is equals to bill into 5.0 by 100. So how we can convert? You know the syntax. First of all, we will write the variable, in which variable we have to write the output. So that variable is discount. It will display the output equal to, then we are giving the condition. What is the condition? Bill is greater than 10,000. So same condition we will write, bill is greater than 10,000. Is bill is greater than 10,000? Then question mark. And true, then we will write true part, and after this colon sign we will write false part. So what is the true part? Bill into 10.0 by 100. Same we will write bill into 10.0 by 100. And then this colon line, this is known as otherwise. And then false part. What is the false part? Bill into 5.0 by 100. So this one also we will correct. Bill into 5.0 by 100. Okay. So in this way you can convert if else coding into ternary operator. Next we have to enter the amount. So amount will be integer type. It is of integer type. So we will write here sc dot next int. Now our next function update. Here we will calculate the total amounts. But total amount will depend upon some conditions. First condition, if coach equals, you know that if we have to compare the strings, we will use the function equals. So coach dot equal to first AC, then total amount will be basic amount plus 700. It is given in question. Else if means now next condition, if coach dot equals means if the person is traveling in second class AC, then total amount will be basic amount plus 500. And last condition, if coach dot equals means that person is if he is traveling in sleeper, then total amount will be no additional amount, only basic amount. Now after the calculation of total amount, we have to display these all things. Which one? Name, coach, mobile number, amount and total amount. So we will use the display function, and for displaying we will use the method system.out.println. So with along with the message like name is equals to name, coach, mobile number, mob number, amount, AMT, total amount, total AMT. In this way we have to display. This is the function to display all the details. Now in the last we will create the main function. In main function we have to create the object. So first of all we will create the object. For which class we have to create the object? Railway ticket. So first of all the class name, then object name. What is the object name? Railway ticket. You can see there class name and object name is same, but actually it is not same. You can say here, you know that Java is case sensitive. It is in capital letter, it is in small letter. So of course it is different. The names are different. First of all class name, then object name. And how we are creating the object? By using new keyword. So new and then class name. So what is the syntax? Class name, object name equal to new class name. Now with the help of object we will call all the functions. Railway ticket dot first function except, then railway ticket dot update, this is the second function, and railway ticket dot display. Okay. So these sequence you can change also, no problem. It will call, but it will be better according to the sequence. Means first we will accept the details, then we will calculate the amount, and then you have to display those all details. So in the same way we will call the functions also. So this is the output. This is the sample output. If you will enter first through the function accept, it will ask for the details for the inputs. Name is nanny, coach first AC, mobile number, and then amount. Then it will update. In update it will not print, but it will print through display. So what is the display? It will first display the name, then coach number, mobile number, amount is base 3000, and after the calculation means she is traveling in first AC, so 3000 plus 700, total amount is 3700. Okay, so such type of questions can come in your board exam, in which you have to enter the detail, you have to calculate in another function, and you have to display also those all details in another function. Okay, now we will just see some more functions. Next question, give the output of the following code fragment. What will be the output? If OPN variable will store the character B. Second question, if OPN variable will store the value X, and if OPN variable will store the value, which type of value? Char type of value A. These all are storing only the open means OPN variable will store the character type of value. So by using switch, this is the variable OPN in which we will store the values. So first question, if OPN will store the value B. Now you come on the case B. So obviously it will print object oriented, but in case B there is no break statement. So this is the case of fall through. So it will also print what is given in next statement, means system.out.println robust and secure. Object oriented, of course it will print, but without breaking it will also print robust and secure. Then it will get the break statement, and now it will break, but these both statements, these both messages it will print. So in first case, when case is equals to B, then it will print object oriented, robust and secure. Next question, if OPN is X. Is there any case X? No. It means if there is no X case is given, then it will reach to default statement and it will print wrong input. Okay. Now third question, if OPN is equals to A. Is there any case A? Yes. So what it will print? It will print platform independent, and break statement is given, so it will stop here only. Okay. Next question, this is the last question which we'll discuss. An electronics shop has announced the following seasonal discount on the purchase of certain items. So if the person will purchase amount of 0 to 25,000 rupees, then on there is only two categories, if he will purchase laptop or desktop. Okay, so on the purchase of laptop he will get no discount, but on the desktop, on the purchasing of desktop, he will get the discount 5.0%. In the same way, other criterias are also given. Write a program based on the above criteria to input. Now see the here. So first function we have to make to input name, address, amount, purchase and the type of purchase. And type of purchase we have to give, it is also mentioned in question, L for laptop and D for desktop. Then compute and print the net amount to be print a customer along with his name and address. And here hint is also given how you can calculate the discount. To calculate the discount, we have to divide discount rate by 100 into amount of purchase. This is the simple calculation how you are calculating in mathematics. And in the same way, net amount will be amount of purchase minus discount. So we will declare first the class eShop, then we will declare the variables. We want one variable to store the name, to input the name, then address. These both will be of string type, you know that name and address will be of string type. Then we will declare some more variables, discount, amount and net amount. For it will be double type, and then one more variable, that is type. You know that this is type of purchase we have to declare also, L for laptop and D for desktop. So one char data type variable type. Now this is the parameterized function. Okay, in last question, in last program we were not using parameterized. This is the parameterized function. Remember that in parameterized function we will only pass those values along with their data types which inputs we can give. In last question, last program, we were declaring all those functions, all those variables in which we have to give the input or which we have to calculate for the output. But here we will pass only those variables. Here in this function compute we will pass only those variables as the parameters in which we can pass the input, like n to pass the value of name, string a to pass the value of address, am to pass the value of amount, and t to pass the value of type. Which type? Type of laptop. Okay, only these we will pass. Some children are doing this type of mistake. They are passing the discounted amount and amount net. No, because these things we have to calculate, so we cannot pass. Only those variables we will pass, in through which we can pass the input. Now name variable, it will store which value, which we will store in the variable n. Now add will store the value which we will pass through variable a. Now amt will store the value which we will pass through variable am, and type will store the value which we will pass through the variable t. Okay, and these variables already be declared here. Now we will start the comparison. Why for comparison? Because we have to calculate the amount, discount also. So if type is small l or type is capital L, because user can give the input in small letter or in capital letter. So both things we have to assume. So first criteria, first condition only for laptop. If the user's given type is L, then we have to check some other criterias also for the amount. Means he has purchased the amount from rupees 0 to 25,000. So we can give this condition by using logical operator. Means both side conditions should be true if amount is greater than 0, and also if amount is less than equal to 25,000. If this criteria, if this condition is true, means both conditions are true, then discount will be 0. Next condition, these all are valid condition only for laptop, remember that. So else if, next condition, amount is greater than 25,000 and amount is less than equal to 57,000, then discount will be 5. These all are given in question only. This is discounted amount is given in question only. Else if, next condition, amount is greater than 57,000 and also amount is less than 1 lakh, less than equal to 1 lakh, then discount will be 7.5. And else means if obviously the amount is more than 1 lakh, then discount will be 10. Now next one, these all if, else if, else if, else, this is for this nested if. Okay, if within if. Now this is this else if for first if, which in which we check the condition type. So this is the else if for that if. Else if type is equals to D. Now this it will check for the type desktop. Type is equals to small d or type is equals to capital D. Now we will check if within if. Okay, if amount is greater than 0 and amount is greater than less than equal to 25,000, discount will be 5. Else if, next condition, if amount is greater than 25,000 and amount is less than equal to 57,000, discount will be 7.5. Else if amount is greater than 57,000 and amount is less than equal to 1 lakh, discount will be 10. And else if it is means purchased amount is more than 1 lakh, then discount will be 15. Okay, remember that in all these logical operators we have to use both side the variables imt, amt. Okay, only once if you will write, it will show the error. So both side you have to write the variables. Okay, next, this is the else. This is the else for which one? In which we are checking the types. Means first time we checked for laptop, second time for desktop, and now if your given type is not L or D, then what happen? So what that we will write in else part. System dot out dot println, it will give the message invalid choice. Means these discount are only valid for desktop or laptop. So after doing these all calculations, now we will calculate net amount. Net will be equal to amount minus discount by 100 into AMT. This is the simple calculation. How you are calculating the net amount in mathematics? Net amount is equals to total amount minus discount. Discount is given only in the integers, so you have to convert into percent form, no? So we will write here by 100 and then multiplied by amount. Okay, so in this way we can calculate the net amount, total amount minus discounted amount. Discounted amount means this minus 100 into amount. Now in the last we will display all these details by using system.out.println method. Means we will display the name of the customer, address of the customer, and net amount. Okay, these all were the board questions, very important. And in this way I discussed so many questions which are given in your books. Other questions also you will practice in your home. So in this term I will only teach you these 3 chapters, 1, 2 and 3. Rest of the chapters we will continue in second term. In next classes we will continue, but now you be prepared for your mock test, for your unit test, and learn objective type questions, and which mock test I am giving you, you will attempt it, and you will get the idea in this way which type of questions will come. Okay, and next chapters we will cover in next term, but in this term you prepare for from chapter 1, 2 and 3 only.